Kính chào quý khán thính giả và xin chào đón quý vị vào chương trình The Kristine Sa Show. Một lần nữa đây là Kristine Sa xin mến chào quý vị và các bạn đang theo dõi chương trình của chúng tôi hôm nay với chủ đề rất là đặc biệt về phim ảnh và thời trang. Kính thưa quý vị, hôm nay chúng tôi xin mang đến với quý vị một số phần phóng sự đặc biệt về những tên tuổi mà đang nổi bật lên ở trong thế giới phim ảnh của thị trường Mỹ hiện nay. Và kính thưa quý vị, đây là những tên từ cộng đồng Việt Nam của chúng ta. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Kristine Sa Show, and I am Kristine Sa once again welcoming you to the show with our very special and fun topic today on film and fashion. We would like to start off the show today with a little news piece from the Bowers Museum at Santa Ana in California. And that piece specializes, it shows the releasing of a company called Wave Releasing. Now this is the first distribution company to focus on Vietnamese American films, and it is led by a number of names that I'm sure we all know from the Vietnamese American community. Names such as Timothy Bui, Nguyen Tran, and Stephane Gauger. And ladies and gentlemen, these names are now blowing up outside of the community, so it is my great pleasure to bring this piece to you. Right after that, we have a very personal and special interview with writer, director, and producer of the biggest budget action movie from the Vietnamese community, and that is the movie The Rebel. And the director that we are interviewing is Charlie Nguyen himself. And of course, we would like to close off the show with something very fun. We're going to go on the red carpet of 13 Minutes Magazine's annual fashion show party. It is to celebrate Fashion Week, and we will be right there, and you will be right there with us. So we ask you to join us. Kính thưa quý vị, Kristine Sa xin mời quý vị và các bạn theo dõi sau đây. Xin đón chào quý vị vào phóng sự đặc biệt của chương trình The Kristine Sa Show. Đây là Kristine Sa tường thuật trực tiếp tại thành phố Santa Ana ở miền Nam California. Xin kính thưa quý vị, chúng ta đang ở đây tại The Bowers Museum để tham dự trong một buổi trình chiếu đặc biệt của bộ phim Owl and the Sparrow. Và hôm nay cũng là một đêm đặc biệt ra mắt cho công ty Wave Releasing. Kristine Sa xin mời quý vị theo dõi sau đây.
Everyone here tonight to show you this wonderful film, and in return to ask for your sincere support.
Chúng tôi đang ngồi đây với executive producer Timothy Bui. You've got this career in Hollywood, and you're still involved within the Vietnamese community. You're involved with the Wave Releasing, which we want to talk about.
Right.
Why?
Because it's really about spreading our voice as a Vietnamese, you know, because to me, our voices are pretty contained in the community. And when you look outside the borders, we have no identity, you know, and so really it's I feel the only way is through the powerful language of film, because the way film spreads and the way film affects people. And that's the reason why we started Wave Releasing, is because for such a beautiful film like Owl and the Sparrow that got mediocre, we got rave reviews and awards all over the world, but through the US distributors, they were like, we don't understand how to release this film. So we're like, look, it's time, I think, is now we take this into our own hands to create our own platform, to do this ourselves. And in a way, we create an avenue for future filmmakers. There's so many Vietnamese filmmakers coming up, but it'd be a shame if they don't have an avenue to release their movies.
So wave releasing would be a new avenue for them.
Yeah, that's our goal. Yeah.
Well, the first avenue, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
This would be the first avenue for Vietnamese American filmmakers.
That's why it's very important. And we've all got together, me, Ham, Stephane, and really putting a lot of work to try to make this fly, you know.
Và xin kính thưa quý vị, chúng ta đang ở đây với đạo diễn Nguyen Tran, and I'm sure you know him from the movie Journey from the Fall. His name has been circling the community for a very long time. We're very proud of your work. I want to know what inspired you to be involved with the company Wave Releasing.
I've always, been friends with Stephane and Tim, and we're all a tight group of people who help each other make films. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that we started to notice is that there's a community now of Vietnamese filmmakers, and we're going out and we're making good quality films and sort of like bringing the American storytelling techniques to the Vietnamese, enriched cultural stories. Mm-hmm. And so, but the problem is that we can't get it distributed,
right.
Because distributors, they don't know that there's a market for Vietnamese films, or they don't know that Vietnamese people go out to see movies. And it wasn't until Journey from the Fall that it took us a year to try to find a distributor. And we got into the theater.
You mean someone to have it in the theaters, right?
That's exactly it. It's like, you have a movie, and otherwise, if you don't put it in the theaters, it goes straight to DVD.
Right.
But there are certain things, like the message for Vực Sóng is because I wanted Americans to see the story of Vietnamese people. Mm-hmm. So it needed to be in the theaters. If we just sell it through Twing Out or Asia, it's just trong cái cộng đồng của mình thôi, but we know the story.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the whole thing was to get the story out. And, it's the same for wanting to get like a film like Owl and a Sparrow. It's contemporary Vietnam, and it's a very heartwarming film, And I just don't want to see the same thing happen to Owl and the Sparrow that happened to my film, that happened to Charlie's film, that took 2 years. The Weinsteins bought it, but they only released it on DVD. Right. Again, because, they don't think that if they put it in the theaters, Vietnamese will go out and see it. And that's our challenge to you, is like, can you help us prove them wrong? Can you come out and support Wave Releasing? Because after Cú và Chim Sẻ Sẻ, Owl and the Sparrow, we're going to have Victor Vu's new film. Mm-hmm. We're going to have Lu Huin's new film. Tim is coming out with Powder Blue. It stars Forrest Whitaker, Patrick Swayze, and Stephane's working on a new film. He has a new documentary. So we're all making films, and they're all going to come out. So the thing is that don't worry that, every once in a full moon there's a Vietnamese film. This is no longer the case. Now we're having good quality films on a constant basis,
And ladies and gentlemen, we're sitting right here with Mr. Kenneth Nguyen. Now, Kenneth, please tell us your position on Wave Releasing.
I'm in charge of business affairs and sponsorships.
We want to know about the company.
What we've done is we've acquired the movie, and we're getting it ready for theatrical distribution. And what we intend to do in the future is acquire more movies like it, more content like that, and get it out to the Vietnamese community and the mainstream community as well.